Hello, this is Danette Herrera. I'm hoping everything's working correctly. Hey Beth, I'm having a heck of a time tonight. I'm a little under the weather, so that's why you're seeing my hands. I'm trying to figure out if it's straight. I've done a couple times, I couldn't get it to go live. Then it went live in the wrong direction. Oh, praise God, I think I got it all worked out now. All right, thank you. That was a little painful. Anyway, I'm happy I'm here. There we go. Now I can see. Let me make sure I can see your comments now. Good. I'm glad it looks good. So tonight we're going to be playing with these sweet little Valentine's cards and more. I'm not a huge Valentine person, but I thought it gave you a nice variety where you can whip up, you know, I have some grandkids or a couple people I do want to make one for, friends. So this, let me show you, it makes 10 cards, but they're double-sided print. They're 3x4s, and it layers with these beautiful envelopes. So I've chopped out most of it, but I'll show you what I have left of this. So it comes with these envelopes that are beautiful, like gold foil, polka dots on one side and stripes on the other. I've chopped up the stripes, but there was stripes inside that one. And then it comes with these 5 of each, but they're double-sided. So on one side it says "You're Love," the other side is like a wash. I just want to make sure I'm in the camera. I got to pay attention here. And then this one is like little hearts and like pool party, and then the other side is kind of more like a melon mambo, calypso coral kind of. And then the bases are these little note cards. This is one base, and oh, here's the other striped envelope. I thought I had one left. So this is the inside of the other envelope, striped bases. So if you make them straight forward, which I'll show you, I pretty much just copied the samples from the catalog. So this is from the, which we'll also be using this evening, the Always in My Heart stamp set and bundle. And this is the stamp. That's some pool party ink. So that's a little one. This is pretty much straight from the catalog that I copied them. I added some of the in color little enamel dots. There's that one. And then there's this one. So I thought tonight we'd make some alternatives. So I'm not a huge heart person, but I did like, or like huge Valentine, but I did like this set because I like the way, and I got this beautiful designer series paper, this True Love designer series paper. I did like, yeah, they are so cute. I did like how it has like happy anniversary here, be kind to your friends. Well, no, the best kind of friend is the kind like you. And it does have a Be My Valentine's, but here's another year of happy after. So that's kind of why I personally went for that one. I love these. They're beautiful, large fonts. I'm just not a huge Valentine's person. So let me set that aside and show you what I've created. But those are note cards. And if you're not into note cards, I went ahead and created some cards for you. Let me show you the bundle we're going to be using. I did show you on here, on this page. Should wanted to point out too, this bundle, if you get the dies and the stamp set, the Always in My Heart is $50, so you earn a free celebration product as well. And it comes with all these lovely dies, and it's a photopolymer set. So let me show you the set. Excuse me. All right, so it comes with this beautiful big die, and I loved that it cut multiple leaves. I didn't even realize that when I bought these. And little flowers that I'll show you, like skeleton, and then it has dies that match the flowers. Has this great banner die, and this one that cuts a bunch of hearts, and this one that makes a banner that cuts hearts. So I cut a bunch out earlier. I was just playing around with them a little bit. Sorry if you get a little hoarse. I have my tea here. And you get some really fun images. So these dies cut out like these 3 flowers at one time. These little leaves, I shouldn't say leaf. And this is the border die. So it's twofold because you get this pretty border, but then you get this great little heart. No, these are from the punch. These great little heart confetti pieces. It's two-step stamps, photopolymer, so these are some of them stamped, and you get this great big heart, and it also gives you a center heart that you could use with it or without it. So those are various pieces I've used. But again, if you wanted to use the little Memories and More, but you wanted to create a card, so I broke it down and I made a full-size card. So I took that set, and this is one of the cards we'll be creating this evening, and then here's another one. So again, this is the other half of this. So this was the card base. I cut it in half. This is one half, this is the other half. And then I made two different cards, but they were full-size cards. Hello, how are you, honey? Honey, sorry, I call everybody honey. How are you, Sarah? Didn't mean to call you honey. So let's get started. These are pretty simple. How I created this one was the envelope. So I took this, basically this envelope, I opened it up. Just gonna take a sip of my tea here. So I opened this up, and then you have this great inside, which I often do with the smaller note cards, like in Paper Pumpkin. I like to make, a lot of times turn them into full size, and basically I just ran that die through the cut and die machine, and it gave me this really pretty heart. Can you all see that okay on there? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm sorry, that's a bad habit, I guess. Always terms of endearment with me. I'm very Italian, I guess. Okay, so how I created that card, and I have a bunch of pre-cut pieces because these are super easy. Like I said, they cut out a bunch at one time, and because they had that gold stripe in there, I decided to accent it with a few of the gold pieces. So we'll just have them. I already die cut them. It's super easy to cut a bunch, and then you can kind of just create as you go. All right, let me see my card so I stay on task. Let's keep the card over there. There you go. All right, so already got that cut. That's easy peasy. And this part, I don't know if you can see, it has a little bit of like a kind of like a whitewash stripe to it. The other thing I did was take a piece of basic white cardstock, this layer, and I embossed it with that Subtles embossing folder. It has to be one of my all-time favorite. I think I'll keep that one forever. So this one's already embossed. So, and this is a card base, basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, and we scored it at 4 1/4. And so it's not quite lined up exactly right. So let me fix that before we. There we go. Okay, so let's do some heat embossing. So I'm going to use gold embossing powder, and there's a sentiment in here, you are always on my heart. And I thought that was good for anytime, anybody. Let me make sure I'm in this screen. You are more than welcome to watch me anytime. I also want to tell you guys, I did manage to tape a video and put it up on YouTube. So if you hop over to my YouTube channel, you'll find I made a, actually I can stop a second and show you what I made. The strawberry, the sweet treat, I basically cased the card in the catalog and made a little treat box, and I filled it with little strawberry candies. So if you head over to the YouTube channel, I have the dimensions and the video on instructions over there. Okay, little Versamark. Now if you don't have an Emboss Somebody, which I do think they sell them on Amazon, and you don't have anything, you could use a dryer sheet or any anti-static tool that you have. Just going to leave it sit just a little bit. And this is on my sponge mat. Gold embossing powder. And I am going to use my tweezers so I don't burn my hands because I'm not the most coordinated person on the planet today. Boy, Facebook really gave me a hard time. I don't know what was going on. I couldn't get it to cooperate. Sometimes you do the same things each time, but who knows? See if I could get the heat gun angle that you can see it, the magic. Done. Then this came from the Fine Art Suite, but it's a pretty linen, I call it linen, kind of ribbon with some gold. So I thought it went well with this. So I'm going to cut a piece and we're going to put on the back of this. I just want to let it cool a second. Done. It's already cold. And I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal Plus just so I run this along the back. And I have scissors I just use for my ribbon because they stay sharp. I very gently touch it so I can reposition my ribbon. And then when I get it where I like it, then I kind of mash it down a little bit. If you want to fray, this ribbon is great for fraying. I've done that on another project. Okay. So pretty simple. So we're just going to layer this up on your little note card base. And I have to say, I made the 4 note cards. I've made 3 alternative cards, and I still have 2 bases. And let me show you. Let me see. Let me glue this down. I'll show you how much I have left. So you actually can make quite a few full-size cards as well as the note cards with that. And it's only $10 for that Memory and More pack. Definitely a good bang for your buck there. Okay. Let's see, how much do I have left? I have 1, 2, I have 3 envelopes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the other pieces left. Okay, so now with some dimensionals. Pierce in the middle. Sorry, I'm not very good at multitasking this evening. If I missed any comments, I'm just going to offset it to the side a little bit of the heart. And then this is going to layer up. I'm also going to put dimensionals on the back of this on our embossed Whisper white piece. So a pretty simple card. They're pretty quick to put together. But if you're not into the note cards, it's definitely a quick and easy way to create some fun cards. That's why I put the ribbon on my scissors so I don't ever grab them like I almost did to use with glue. So how are all you guys this week? Hope you all had a good week. Oh, not cooperative, that one. Trying to give me a hard time. Okay. So we're going to layer that. Let's see how center I can get it. Now I'm out of the small ones, but look at my other clear things are in here. But I have the gilded gems, but I'm out of the small ones, so I did use the big ones. I prefer the small ones, as you can tell. That's why I have all the big ones left, but you know. I guess I could have waited till I got that on the card base, huh? That's how I did it originally. Now, if you wanted, what you could do is even, I didn't do it on the original one, but we could do it on this one. Let's move this over just a hair. All those little hearts, they are little though. You definitely need take your pick tool or some tweezers that come out of the center of this though. Like that'd be cute in a shaker card, but I'm just gonna put a few. Just take a little bit of glue. I know we already have, I'm gonna put it, let's see, how about here? The other embellishments, but they're so stinking cute. I think I always squeeze too much of my putty out of my take your pick tool. Or it just keeps coming for some reason. Oh, that was a lot of glue. Let's take some of that glue off. There we go. All right, let's put these little guys back. Attempt to put those little guys back. And the card base, here you go. See, pretty quick. I mean, I didn't die cut the heart in front of y'all, but it only takes a minute to die cut that. So these cards are really easy to create a bunch if you wanted. Like if you had kids, oh, I forgot one. And you wanted to give to those teachers that are going. There we go. Now, what I did for the inside, where did I use these gold ones? Oh, on the other one. Let's see. I'm going to steal one, bigger one. I'll put on the inside of this card. These are, I don't know what I call the skeleton ones. They're not the ones you stamp out. They just create a nice little, there you go. Oh, turned my head before I was done. Okay, what's going on? Guess I'm in a hurry. There we go. Card number 1. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Super quick though to make cards out of these. And honestly, you could just, if you want to just mat these out on, you know, literally just mat them out with a little sentiment or just love you's a sentiment enough. This one, you are loved, just mat it out on a card and easy peasy. Okay, so card number 2. I did pre-cut some of these. So it's another basic white card base, measuring 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I cut a piece of gold foil. This is, I don't have my grid paper. This is, what is this? I live with this. 5 1/4 by 4. Piece of gold foil. And then we're going to, now I also, the inside, this came from the inside of this envelope. So when I opened it up, again, this side, inside of this one has a white with polka dot, and I took this ran it through, but this time I'm only using the heart piece. The bigger piece I left for another project. This banner that comes with the set, oh, and this is a solid white one, and then I embossed it with the Supples embossing folder. And then this is the banner that comes with this. So this one we're going to, has a stitch side, and it also has an scored. It scores for you automatically. I'm just going to leave it flat for the moment because I'm going to heat emboss again. So for this one, I did make this a Valentine one. So inside this stamp set, it has a Be My Valentine. And you know what I was going to check and I haven't? I love this banner and I love it for multiple things, but I wanted to check, and I did not, if the curvy sentiments fit in here. So let's grab that because I did not get to check earlier. So let's see. Well, this one goes the other way, but they're kind of moldable. So let's see. I think if you kind of did it, you could do that one. Let's see. Hooray for you. Hooray for you would work. So the curvy, they go over, let's see if they goes over, they do go over the embossed, the scored pieces though. So here's what that would be. But actually, you could probably do this on a piece of basic white and then lay it on top of it and still use the banner. It has the same curve. So they're kind of longer, but it may work. All right, enough of that. Let's get Stampin' here. I thought about that earlier when I was doing these, but I didn't check. Okay. So... Embossing Buddy. My Versamark, look, from the gold. I've been using that gold leafing often. I obviously need I think I need a new Versamark pad. It doesn't come off. It's not bothering it, but it just looks kind of ugly, huh? Hopefully I didn't mash too hard on that. Okay. I kind of like my embossing powder to sit just a second, so I don't necessarily, I don't know if you guys notice, I kind of leave it, the powder sit on it for a second before I get it off. Okay, let's get this heat tool one more time. There we go. Okay, let's let that cool a second. Now we're just going to layer it up. So where is, yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is the little banner. Let's see, it's on an angle here. There we go. And then this one, so you're going to do a valley and a mountain. Boy, I go next week to the eye doctor. I can't wait to get new glasses. There you go. How cute is that, right? I love this for the banner alone. So now what I did was take this piece, let me put that aside now, and basically just kind of layered up the hearts. So again, this is the piece of the envelope. I just kind of like, this is a textured heart. I think I did it this way. Then I put a little glue on the end of the banner only, the little flagged ends. And you kind of just put it the way you want it. I'm gonna hold it a second. And then I took these and just embellished with these little floral pieces. Now you could use glue dots. Glue dots are pretty easy to arrange things. Maybe I'll use the glue dots. I have a heavy, heavy old executive desk from the 1960s. And my new kitten was up on here and he knocked my 2 boxes of glue dots behind my desk. So I'm feeling better. I'm gonna have to move this whole desk. All I'm doing is rolling that glue dot so you don't see it when it goes through there. Usually I put them on a place that, like here, where you can't see it. That way when you place it down, but if you do, you just roll them down. I love glue dots because they're so easy to... Oh, then I'll get, hold on. I have 2 of the same flowers. I don't want 2 of the same flowers next to each other, so. There you go. Put that one up there. One more. I'm gonna tuck that one kind of here. There you go. Okay, so that's, I just glued flat. I did not use dimensionals on this one, onto your gold foil paper. It's still wet. And I'm going to score this. That gives that a second to dry. And we're just going to glue this flat onto our card base. What is with that card base? Well, that one's not right. Something's wrong with this one. Right, let me not glue that on there. Let's cut another base. Something wrong with that base. I'm not... Don't want to ruin my card there. So let's just cut another one. So I'll show you how I do it. I usually do 2 at a time. So you're going to score it at 4 1/4 because I'm going to have a vertical up and down versus horizontal landscape, and then cut it at 5 1/2. And your score lines should be even. I don't know what was with that card. We'll use that for something else. Well, actually, you know what you could do? Cut it a little bit more and put a piece of designer series paper. But we're not going to use this right now. So there we go. All right, my glue's still wet. We're good to go. Let's open that up. I don't know why every time I put a base on my base, I always angle it. I'm not sure why I do that. There you go. Now I pre-stamped a couple of these. This is Poppy Parade, but I think because it's inside it'll be okay, because this is Mango Melody on the outside, just to have something on the inside of the card. I mean, there are scrap pieces could use as well. So 2 pretty simple cards. I know it's kind of short and sweet this evening, but next week I promise I will have more in-depth. Just thought I'd show you how quick and easy it is with using that Memories of More to create, and you could add some more of these if you wanted some more of these hearts. You could add ribbon if you wanted. Using these Memories of More's, super cute, super quick and easy. And like I said, you just add maybe a little pink ribbon to that, and pop it on a card. And let's see, do I have any other card base? Well, let's see. Do we have time? Oh, it's almost time. Do you want to do one rogue one? So these are the two I created. Alternatives, but let's see how quickly we can create maybe with this one. A third one. Are you guys up for a third one? I know it's almost time, but let me cut, I don't know how much is cut off there. I would say that's about 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, so let's do an inch. That's 1/4 of an inch. So if I wanted 2 inches. I don't know if this is going to work. What I'm thinking, I don't know if it's truly going to work, but we shall see. Thinking out loud may not be good. All right, yes, let's use a regular card base. Let's make life easier. I'll create something with that and post it later. I had a thought in my head for that one, but all right, so let's use this heart one because I haven't used this heart one yet. So let's get some pool party. Let's cut a little bit of pool party. Let's do a 5x4. Sorry, I'm cutting off to the side here. I'm thinking is, okay, so let's make this just a hair smaller. So I'm cutting it to 5 3 3/4. And then let's melon mambo. Oh, apparently I'm out of melon mambo. Well, poo. I wanted to offset it, but that won't work now, will it? So, well, apparently I have to place another order. We need a melon mambo going on here. Okay, so let's take this little stamp. It's a little flower rosette, and let's take some pool party, and we'll just make a little bit of a background here. Pool party. So I'm going to make a quick and easy card complicated, apparently. I just think you can make some really cards quickly that are pretty. Just going to try and stamp randomly. I do need to get a new pool party. Something with my pool party pad. I'm not sure what's happened to it. Oh, that was a flub. Let's see if I can. There we go. Okay. Stampin' Scribble. Ooh, through my block. Well, okay. So let's see, this is from that snail mail. It's a little pink, it's a light pink, but I think it'd work. Just trying to discern if, okay, let's do that. So we're gonna wrap this around. I did not have this ready ahead of time, but it's all good. Oh, I know, the other one I have. I'll show you. Okay, so I just did it around twice. I need a block. I just find it's easier to tie a bow if you have it anchored to something. Let me even this out just a hair. Now I could have embossed that. That would have been good with the supples. Maybe I should do that. Should I emboss it? Still got a few minutes. Let's emboss it. I'm going to run this through the supples embossing folder. Just to give it, is this the supples one? No, I must have the wrong one. Here you go. Here's the supples. Just to give it a little more of something. So I am trying to make it complicated. I have a hard time with simple, apparently. You could have left it at simple, but see, can you see that? It added a little bit of. Okay, let me start over with this. So there we go. It's still sort of simple. I didn't make it too complicated. Oh, there's a little knot in it now. Did I start tying it already? Oh. Apparently I did. Apparently I did. Okay, let's make that come together. Let's tie this quickly. I have 2 strands and I just put the end under the strands. Sure I do. And then I just tie it. Now once you emboss it, try not to tug on it too hard on the ends, because I'm heavy-handed and I have tugged it too hard, and then you get a little ding on the side, which is not the end of the world. If you get a little ding, then just get your little hole puncher and punch a hole, and then nobody knows you had a ding. Okay. I promise I'm going to make this an easy card. I cannot tell you how many packs of dimensionals I've gone through. This week. There we go. Where's my Take Your Pick tool? Right here. Oh, you know what? Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm going to do this. I forgot I put the twine. Okay, so don't do as I do. There you go. A little off to the side. It says love you. So that's easy peasy. Let's glue this down. And now you have a great standard size card and a glued hand. Let me grab my towel. Now you could have popped that other layer up on dimensionals too to give it a little more depth. That probably would have been a better choice. Sweet and simple, but at least it's a full-size card if you want another full-size card. So there you go. Created on the fly. How's that? And we still have tons of stuff to go. So it's really worth the $10. You get numerous cards if you want to do Valentine's cards. So there's another one for you. There's those. There's these. And I'm going to blog on this. This is another one I created using those little hearts. And this is the card bases. This is the striped one. I used the striped and then I used the pool party to create that one as well. And this is the designer series paper I've fallen in love with. I'll show you the designer series paper. You can cut it. Not that. I've cut up a bunch, colored and cut. Wasn't feeling good, so I sat and colored. It's so relaxing, but this designer series paper is stunning. I love black and white anyway. Like, I could just leave this black and white. Can you guys see this? Love it. Look at that polka dot side. And then there's one. Where's my favorite? I love the big colored one images. They're really pretty to color. Probably color them in a bit. But there's that one. There's one that this one I think is one of my favorites. I don't know. There's too many. They're hard to decide. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. With the little bit of the always in my heart and the Valentine's memories and more. And I hope you all have a great week. Can you all see up there? Hope you all have a good week, and I will see you all again next week. And don't forget, you could hop over to my YouTube channel. I am posting, trying to post videos up there at least once a week, working on increasing the videos. Anyway, y'all have a blessed week, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.